So
not 3, 2, 1 and you recorded already? You started recording?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so my name is Wikiet and I'm from Singapore.
Alright, I'm Andy and I'm from Singapore. I'm his brother, so yeah. Do you go first or I go first? Why Osaka? Okay, it's our first time in Japan. I think it's a must-do trip. I think especially for Singaporeans, like 10 out of 10 Singaporeans enjoy Japan. Like they always go crazy over Japan, and I think it's just one of. I mean, it's time. It's about time to visit Japan. It's my 30th birthday trip. It's his 20th birthday trip. Our birthdays are like just 1 week apart, so it's the perfect time to check out a new place.
Okay. For me, Singapore is like, Japan, for me, Japan is like,
it's fine.
Japan is like one of my top to visit in my bucket list, and being able to come here, yes, hit my expectations. So like, I know Osaka is known to be the kitchen of Japan. And they serve a lot of very good food, which is authentic to Japan. Yeah, so I think that's.
So you're saying the other cities are not authentic?
No,
I'm just kidding. You need to be politically well on me. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, the Singaporeans, right, we're known to be by law per se. Anyway, sorry, you were saying kitchen of Osaka and
kitchen of Japan.
oh, kitchen. Shit, yeah, I said the wrong thing. So kitchen of Osaka. Okay. I think we had the similar.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Say that too. 1, 2, 3. Natto. It's interesting and not shit. What should I say? It's not for us. Yeah, Natto. It's we are Asians. Yeah, it's a quiet taste. We had natto like probably 2 hours ago. Yeah, and I think it's the first and the last time probably. Probably there's good natto out there if you have, ring Brian up and probably you can show us some good natto or something, right? Anything else? What about the fugu?
Oh yeah, the fugu. But we only had the entry level fugu, so
entry level fugu.
it was okay. Yeah, it was quite interesting, but the texture is quite similar to it. Octopus or squid, but it's kind of chewy. Yeah, and the taste is mama.
What's mama?
So.
Oh, Japanese, is it? Oh, yeah. I think Osaka is pretty chill. People are friendlier here. I won't say what's my reference politically correct, right? But when we arrive at Osaka, oh shit, yeah, I just said also. Anyway, I think Osaka, it's people are more chill, and it's a smaller city compared to Tokyo, but I think it's pretty cool. What's the original question again? I tend to go off topic. What was the question?
To me, I felt like Kyoto was one of my favorite cities that I've been visiting. It has both nature and as well as city vibes, but more traditional style, like more during the olden days of Japan. So when I've been there, I can feel like it's very different from where I've been in Singapore, where we don't have almost the whole stretch of area of all old houses and literally a very tall pagoda over there. Yeah, so it's a good experience. It's a must visit. And yeah, the bamboo forest was good as well, which is at the edge of Kyoto. Yeah, advised to go in the morning to avoid the crowd. Yeah.
Okay, I've been on Couchsurfing for probably 7 years, but it's mostly to attend events. My first was in Taiwan probably 7 years ago. Yeah, and so I attended okay, so there's two things. Either I prefer to travel alone or I travel with friends. They are not so much into nightlife. So during the night, I'll go out and meet people. Like, I mean, Couchsurfing is a good platform to really meet people, to have some drinks, chill. So I was at Taiwan. I went to Taiwan. That was my first event. I went there. I remember there was an event, so they had a drinks. I think it's common everywhere you go. And Taiwan has a pretty big community, so I went there, met some Taiwanese, met some Americans, British, I mean all sorts of people, and I had fun. So the following day I clubbed with a couchsurfer as well, and yeah, I think it's really a thing for me to meet. I'm okay with meeting strangers, and I take pleasure in meeting strangers. I mean, there's so many people in the world. What are the chances that, you know, me, a Singaporean, could meet someone from the other part of the world? So that's no brainer. So okay, fast forward, there's still a couple of experiences, but fast forward to this year, I was in Finland, solo trip. I managed to find hosts. There was 4 separate hosts in Finland for me, and I met very good friends. I mean, all 4 of the hosts were really awesome people, but one of them, I think I would say I would hold closer to my heart. We became really personal. I mean, not he's a guy, but personal, but we became really good friends, and I just thought, wow, like we have 2 different cultures, but we can be so chill about it. And couchsurfing to me was not really. I mean, it was never meant to save money or so. I mean, different travelers will have different requirements for traveling, but for me it's really for the experience, and it really, yeah, it's just very different. I think it started off when I started backpacking solo and I stayed in hotels, and then it's a shitty experience and I started going to hostels to meet people. Then I move on to couchsurfing, which is it's different. Couchsurfing, you get to know your host, you get to hang with your host, but hostel, it may be more of a hit and run per se. Like, you know, the timeline has to really match each other. So I'll be here to stay in couchsurfing. I've been very fortunate to have really good hosts. Of course, there are some aspects where you need to be flexible, because I mean you're a guest in someone's house. But what was the question again? Anyway, the question was, why am I with couchsurfing? Yeah, I think I pretty much covered it. So I'm here to stay. It's really not, for me, it's, I mean, I'm purist or what, but to me it's really the experience that really sets it apart from traveling as a tourist per se. So and the cool thing, just one more thing. The cool thing is that having expats as hosts and having locals as hosts is a very different experience. You get to see 2 different perspectives. So you guys should try, you know, living with locals, living with expats. You have very different experience, and both of which are good. So yeah, I'll hand it over to you.
Couchsurfing this is personally my first time ever experience it. Personally, if I'm out traveling, at first I didn't hear of this option before. It was my brother that told me he would be doing couchsurfing and see if I'm comfortable. So I'm usually I won't like hesitant to try certain stuff, and I find, you know, couchsurfing can be an interesting and unique experience. It's like stepping out of my comfort zone.
Alright, so if you plan your trip ahead, if you like, for example, if you're in Osaka spending 4 days, maybe get a pass that grants you unlimited rides in the train. But please take note, there's different railway providers, so that can be quite a pain. Like if you're coming from Tokyo or some other prefecture by bullet train, your pass might not work in some of the local lines. That applies vice versa for the other cities as well. So, but I think people here are very nice. It's safe. Just be polite, and you know, if you're a smoker, then you know it's just a benefit. And you know, smoking is, I mean, it's quite a big thing here. They're trying to cut it down. In public smoking, just be respectful. Don't be like typical foreigner, gaijin, right? You call it gaijin. Don't be like typical gaijin and just do things. You know, just be respectful. I think that's the number 1 rule. Personally, what I have wherever I go. regardless of who you are, just be respectful to their culture. And yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
So like some advice I would give to like reinstate what my brother said, like before you go to a country you would like to visit, like maybe research on their culture and what you can do and what you can't do. So to come better prepared, and yeah, and you can also learn some basics Japanese word that can be useful in all situations.
For example,
sumimasen, which is like excuse me, or can be used as a saying sorry. Yeah, so it is very multi-purpose word, so it's very good to learn that. Yeah, and yeah, that's all.
okay.
Okay.
Alright, we're done?
Yeah.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.
That was okay, cool.